And welcome back to part 3 of our Unity of Command playthrough. We are in the middle of our attack on Tunis, and I butcher everything. They call him the Butcher. They don't. Alright, we've got the British 8th Army in the east, hoping to get Caliblia. We're doing pretty well. So far we have dislodged Axis forces and started to push them back. So that's been nice. In the east, in the middle, I mean, the central area, southwest, I don't know what you call it. This location, the British 1st Army is really pushing through and making huge gains initially. The American 2nd Corps is hitting up against dug-in German positions, and this is where we knew it was going to be a slog, but it's a pro-American slog, and it's working. So far, everything is going very well. It's only turn 2, so take that with all the salt you want to muster. Alright. But oh, yeah. Alright. And the British are already cutting in behind. Let's try and open everything up. Oh! Sorry. It's great. This... Oh my gosh. Can we even keep them supplied? Okay. It's gonna be rough. Let's do it. So we are... Oh, this is beautiful. The British 1st, we have cut in behind already. It's going to be a fight to keep this corridor open, but we got everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we can just slide everyone up. Get everyone... Keep this whole corridor open. And then we've already wedged in between them. This is great. Oh man. Alright, the only thing that's in the way is this river. So it takes us a little while to reorganize everyone into the breach, but this is superb. Then the enemy is going to start having supply issues. We are now putting them in jeopardy, holding that side of the river. So this is great. Alright, meanwhile... Ooh. We're going to just keep trying to wear away at these enemy forces here. Let's hit them. Alright, so far, the British 8th is doing very well. Oh, can we actually... Nope, alright. And slowly pushing up towards Calibia. All we have to do is get to this point, then we cut off that whole little tip. So this is very good. Oh my gosh. We are doing quite well. Here we're going to walk through them. Oh my gosh. And we're already cutting in behind them. Now they're going to be well supplied this battle. Their supplies are coming in at Tunis and Bizerte. And so they can stay supplied. Oh, or can they stay supplied? Ooh. So alright, we've cut them off from their supplies. This is going wonderfully. Excellent, and our Americans are all becoming veterans. This is great. They're cornered. They're going to start taking heavy losses. Ooh. Alright, so we can level up the 2nd Corps again. I guess if there was ever a situation where we needed to repair a bridge, we'd probably want to do it really cheaply, I guess. But if we could get all the way up to 6 command points, I think 6 is as high as it goes. It might go as high as 8, but I think 6 is as good as it gets. We're going to go with... we just have so little prestige, and we're spending it all on actual units and steps and specialists, that I think we'll just take the free option this time. Alright, breaking through here is going to be very easy, even with these Fallschirmjäger, the paratroopers. We're putting pressure on Bizerte already. This is going really well. Oh man. Alright, and we have another airstrike. Let's just call them here. I think we can... Oh man. Alright, yeah, we can... we could keep the pressure on them. Alright, turn 5. Okay, so yeah, turn 2, we are well ahead of schedule. Oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. Alright, we even have to move our HQ up. That's how well we're doing. So we are well outperforming where I thought we'd be. We have already broken the deadlock. Excellent. This is great. Oh my god, we can even strike Tunis itself. I mean, sure. We preached. Oh yeah, that's what not Marines. Engineers, not only are they just really good specialists, they add a lot to your attack and defense. They can help you break entrenched and fortified units. There are 2 levels of entrenchment. You have trench is level 1, and fort is level 2, sort of like they're fortified. And engineers are really good at helping you break through that. So that is awesome. We're already putting direct pressure on Tunis, which will cut... If we can take Tunis or continue to extend this crazy line, we could even cut all these people off. Oh man. This is superb. This is I mean, by the end, the later scenarios, I'll be crying. But right now, I am happy. This is great. Going wonderfully. So yeah, they're going to have to move units all the way around, redeploy people. They're starting to fall back, opening up that pocket even more. This is great. This is great. Oh man. Alright, so we've completely opened up this side. They're like, don't use the British 8th Army. I'm like, what? What are you saying? Use the British 8th Army? We're actually almost overstretched by how good we're doing. That the Italians, who still have supply... Like, we've advanced so quickly. The Italians are still supplied, so they are still trouble in the back, even though we've surrounded them. So we're going to have to be careful there. But yeah, these Germans are now completely surrounded, but it'll be a while before we can actually attack there. We have 2 more turns. Oh man. Alright, so now it's just all about destroying the enemy. This is great. This is very good. Alright. Or, it's very good, we're not the Germans. This is going very poorly. If you are the Germans. Alright. Now this is where our supply lines could get precarious, right in here. It's just so tight quarters that every hex counts. We're so close. That, yeah, we can't leave any gaps along the railroad. That's where our supplies are coming in. Jeez, even here. This is great. So we'll have them all advance. Oh, this is good. If we can find a way to destroy this unit, but keep this unit freed up? I don't know. Let's see. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my gosh. Got all the options. So yeah, let's hit them a little bit. What about you? Okay, yeah. Up again. You can come down out of the mountains, hit them hard. Excellent. Oh ho ho ho! So this frees up these units. Oh, we can even... Oh. Alright, let's not get carried away here. Yeah, we're starting to stretch our supplies. So let's... Uh-oh. We advanced far faster than I planned. So we're going to have to pull back some supplies and push them further up and get a new supply line going. We are doing so much better than I anticipated. This is excellent. Alright. I mean, putting direct pressure on Bizerte and cutting off Tunis completely would be great, but I don't want to be too overzealous. Although if we could cut in behind here, just destroy this unit, it frees up this unit to come in and, I don't know, make these people feel bad. Though hitting Tunis directly, if we can capture Tunis, that'd be good. But cutting off this entire army down here, I think, is the better option. So that's what we're going to do. Ooh! Alright. Then let's completely open this up. This is great. Keep them going, because they'll be in supply. And just shift our entire line up. Alright, so even if they try to punch... Well, this is a mountain, so they'll only be able to go onto the mountain. They won't be able to get through. They'll hit our area of command, or whatever that's called. Area of control thingy, that every unit, as long as it's not weak, meaning it has more than 2 active steps that aren't suppressed and stuff, every hex around it, if you move into that hex and you're an enemy, you automatically can't move any further. So that's, if you're like, oh, how are they getting around me? That's, you have to keep an eye on how your units are spaced and how strong they are. So like this Italian unit is weak. It only has 2 steps that are active, even though it has 5 steps total, meaning it exerts no area of control around these areas. Right, let's make a play for Tunis. Oh! Oh! Okay, that was our first heavy losses. That was tragic. But we're pushing up. That was not what I expected would happen. That was exceptionally horrible. 2 losses for the British 6th. But they are in a city, and they're on the ropes. We have new, fresh units flowing in. So this is great. Alright, so yeah, we're doing great. All our supply lines should be safe. There's a small chance that maybe a unit will cut in here, and that would cut off the British 51st. But even if they're cut off for 1 turn, that's not going to mean anything. It's not going to be bad. Alright, this was a great second turn. Oh! We could take Tunis. I think. And that would leave a escape route for these people, which wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. No, I like keeping them trapped there, because then it just means we're facing down like a really small 2 weak units when taking Bizerte. So no, we're doing well. We've almost kicked them out of Tunis. We're well on schedule. We still have 2 more turns to take out these people. We haven't even used our airstrikes. Okay, let's just hit this unit. And then these guys. Okay, so yeah, those were nice airstrikes. We're doing very well. Let's see what's there. Okay, so they've got 2 armored units there. This is going very well. Excellent. And we'll have 2 more supply trucks to actually keep everyone in supply. So unless they pull some crazy maneuver, I think we've got this in the bag. Oh, crazy maneuver! Trying to keep supplies open up there. But we have that whole pocket of Italians. And they will continue to falter. Let's see, 2 units that had supply trouble. Looks like it was this unit and this one, but those are both just because of overstretched supply lines that we will now fix. Just have a big old supply depot in the center here. Keep everything flowing in. Alright, we can make a play against Calibia itself. Oh god! Alright, that's where our airstrike will hit then. Alright, they're gonna need help. So we'll pull the 7th Armored to help push there. These Italians, they're well dug in. They have no supplies. They're going to just start fading away. But there's still going to be trouble in the meantime. So we'll continue to move our lines up. Let's destroy this unit and really just cut their forces completely. I'm worried about you. Okay, in a few turns, hopefully enough stragglers will come back that we can maybe get another step for this. Oh, well, that is where these elite reinforcements, persistent, all right. Card stays face down in deck after use, can be used again at the next conference. Good. Yeah. So it's all about just sort of guarding these Italians until they fade away, which is annoying, certainly. Alright, we can already begin pushing into Mature. Still pretty strong, though. Hopefully, oh god, hopefully I haven't overplayed my hand. Oh, good, good. Alright, let's see if we can't take it this turn. Okay, they can still attack. No! Alright, what about you? Are they weak enough? Good. Let's let the Americans take it. It would be a shame to just hand it to the British. And we get an upgrade to the US 2nd Corps. So we are definitely going to use this free one to lower the emergency supply cost. Because in later scenarios, I imagine that's going to be super important to be able to get emergency supplies to everyone really quickly and affordably. Just hit the weaker Italian positions and keep moving the armies along. Good. Yeah, just keep the lines moving, keep areas of control open. Destroy their weakest and most isolated units. Alright, now the push on Tunis. I think we've done it. We have. Oh. Alright. Tunis is ours. Very good. Oh, awesome. Alright, so our advance is going very well. I think we'll let the Americans... Wow. Alright, yeah, we'll get that 6th command point, I guess. Awesome. Alright, this is where it could come down to the wire, but we've got a lot of wire to come down to. We've got 3 turns. Oh, this is going really well. I think we're going to get Calibia. I think we're going to get all side objectives and objectives on time. This is great. Superb. Just turn around and sneeze on those guys. Awesome. Capture a bunch of prisoners. So that's good. The French are helping. The enemy is cut off here. Do we have... No. Alright, they moved. That was this unit. Okay, so the enemy is deeply weak, out of supply, on the ropes. Just keep splitting them up even more. Oh, man. Very good. So that is awesome. All right. Good, good. We got stragglers that did make it back. Good. What about you? No. Darn. Probably only some components. Alright, is everyone doing well with supply? Yes. I think we won't have to worry about supply for the rest of the scenario. Ooh, the city's in ruins. Okay, so you can go higher than 6. Okay. Let's just lower our no retreat order. That might come in handy someday. If we're like, oh, we need to really hold... Like, let's say these Italians were in supply, and our supply line was this railroad. Then we would, even if they could hit us hard, we'd want to have these 3 units be set to no retreat. So having that be cheaper and more of an option will be good. Alright, so we'll hit these guys. Yeah, they're dug in really heavily. Darn it. If I had another unit to send, yeah, I would. But I think the 2 of them can take it in 2 turns. So good. The question is, can we take... Oh. Okay. Get our infantry. They'll be able to bombard them next turn, but we can already deal some damage. Alright. Jeez. Okay, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be hard fighting. But I believe that our troops have what it takes. Ooh, actually. The Indians. Yes! Okay, you can't do it without taking heavy casualties, but that's good. We're this is great. All right, we're just shooting ducks in barrels. No, that's not how that works. Why would there be ducks in barrels? Oh man. All right. So yeah, now it's just cleaning up everybody, making sure they can't do any real damage to us. Some of them are still very well supplied, or even though they're not well supplied, they're in such good positions that they can still deliver some pain. But they'll just evaporate. Excellent. Alright, this is coming together. We're going to get to Operation Husky and the Sicily. That one is where it's as much a challenge as it is a puzzle, as it is a strategy game. And I love that element of this game. It's a combination of a war game, a tactical game, because you have to manage your supply lines, and then it's also like a puzzle. And it does a good job with all 3. Alright. So we'll have a battleship bombardment. Good. So let's, we won't get anything for that. Oh no, I've never needed air recon. So the next time we get a card, I kind of want to have a free space. So we'll use it, I don't know, somehow. This is great. So yeah, the enemy... The Jedi are taking over. So they're destroyed. Expanded that unit. Alright, so now it's all about dealing damage. Taking this turn. Oh, and we are. Alright, all objectives are ours. Man, in turn 6. That was great. Okay, awesome. So, yep. The success came from just keeping pressure on the enemy on all 3 fronts, and then getting really lucky. And then rolling with that luck, not making too many errors. And here we are, victory. We'll see what the AI can do. Just be sad in the mountains. Yep. And objective complete. Ooh, and just like that, bad weather just came in. So we dodged a bullet. The weather was on our side, no bad weather. That was great. You are victorious. All primary objectives have been completed, and there are no more bonus objectives left. You can end the scenario now. So great, yeah, no losses. Not a single loss on our side. Destroyed 17 enemy units, 12 prisoners. We are the masters of the North African shores. So that was great. Alright, let's jump into Husky. July 9th, 1943. For the first time since the evacuation of Greece in the April of 1941, Western Allied forces are returning to mainland Europe in force. Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily, is about to commence. The skies above the island have been cleared and the Allied invasion fleets close in on the beaches. Alright. Now this is where supply starts to really run into trouble. So as you can see, we start with 50% supply. Horrible. Though I imagine there might be scenarios where it gets worse. Alright, Africa HQ dispatch. Your forces lay ready off the shores of Sicily. Once the beaches are secure, the British 8th Army should advance on your main objective, Messina. Taking Messina will cut off all remaining Axis forces on the island. The US 7th Army will provide flanking support. The few German units present constitute a large threat until your forces have a secure foothold. In order to ensure access to the upcoming operation, Africa HQ has reinforced the 1st US Infantry, 50th British Infantry, and the 51st British Infantry. Alright. Oh, we don't even get a preparation phase. Like, we're in. Okay. We're probably going to want to bombard people. We're going to keep this one. This is going to come in handy, this bombardment. It can hit any unit that's along the coast. Alright, if we look at the weather, weather is going to start to become a factor as well. We got weather in the west. It tends to move west to east. I think I've noticed. So like this could mean in 2 or 3 turns, or like 1 turn, there could be bad weather somewhere around anywhere. At varying speeds does it move, and maybe it doesn't move at all. I mean, it will not be there next turn, but usually, unless we are really unlucky, and then it just becomes a whole like front of weather, then we're in trouble. Because it will slow you down, it will just disrupt supply even more. It's not good. Alright, so we have 3 landing units. You have to be really careful, because if you do this wrong, you could accidentally strand people. Ooh. Alright, so we have paratroopers, we got the 1st British Airborne, 1st Canadian Infantry, finally. So yeah, for example, these two, not these 2 units. This unit. Like if I can't land here, and then I've landed troops here and here, then this unit becomes stuck. Or if this unit lands here, then I have this unit land there. Oh, sorry, there. Then this Canadian unit would get stuck. So you have to just check your units and where they can land before you move them. Ooh, spinning boot. So that you don't run into trouble. Alright. I love, it's not super detailed, like you're not going in and seeing everyone's face muscles, but I love the aesthetic. I love the look. It's perfect. It's just so good. It feels like a perfect medium of like a war game, having things on the board and having like almost like little toy soldiers. I don't know. It hits all these little boxes that you don't even realize that you want it to be hit. So we'll land the Canadians, the Canadian 1st. They are joined by some Marines. And they can strike. They'll have to. Oh, we probably should use our artillery or whatever. So this also tells us, so we have some naval bombardments. This is where they can hit. So, yeah, we'll want to use them while we can. Sorry, Canadians, we didn't time that very well. Alright, good. Keep landing troops. So, never land directly against an enemy. Because it looks like right here, they would all die. Yeah. Don't want the 5th British to just be dead. Alright, on this side, let's hit these people. Great. Alright, we'll have the 1st US Infantry take the island, or the city of whatever that was called. That place. Licata. So we have to... No, that's Licata. Well, it had a name. Alright, the 45th U.S. Infantry. Good. Can I link up the beaches? No. Alright, so that's going to become an immediate problem. Just really poorly supplied from these beachheads. Getting this open for actual supply will be good, but I think it will still be like in trouble. Whoops. Oh god, why do... No! Sorry. There we go. I accidentally was just like, what's this button? But it's a... If you want to quickly... If you already know you're going to use up the transport trucks, cards, then you can just do that really fast. Okay, good. Luckily, there is a very forgiving, but also, like, well put together undo button. Like, I think the undo button is great. Alright, let's bring aboard the... Oh, we can't fix that yet. Alright. Well... Yeah, repairing the bridges is going to be key to get supply through. Because I think supply either has this serious trouble or just does not work when trying to get things through. Alright, so we have these guys. They can just paratroop anywhere. Let's look at our objectives. So we took Licata, or we have to hold it for 4... We have to just hold it. So we could still technically lose it, but it's boosted up our supplies. So this is where these are going to be key. So Licata, Marsala, and Trapani. If we capture these, we can bring in more supplies. Our supplies will be less disrupted. So that's going to be the goal of the US 7th Army. Their whole mission, if they choose to accept it, and they will have to, will be to take the west of the island. And then I guess Palmero as a part of that as well. So like their whole objective, split the island in half if necessary, but take these positions to get the supplies flowing. The British and Canadian forces, under the command of the 8th Army, will be to take Catania airfield, sort of set up a defensive line here, and then help the Americans root out any forces in the center. At which point we should then be able to launch a final attack at Messina to drive the Axis forces out. But making sure we don't overextend ourselves along through here is going to be key. So we're going to be doing it sort of... The British are going to get to do it the British way, which is sort of slow and steady. And the Americans are going to get to do it the American way, which is just cowboy, yippee-yi-yay, take everything. And save the day. So... That's good. We'll be I don't know if it actually plays into the strengths in this. And then, of course, this is a great card to have, this support card for naval bombardment. So let's... Should we hit these? Let's hit these guys. Syracuse. Excellent. Could they land without dying? No, they'd still take heavy losses. That's alright. Land them on the beaches south, and they should be able to kick them out. Oh no, that means... Okay. Let's just land our paratroopers. Yeah, alright. Great. Let's get the British 8th aboard. Alright, so they should all be in supply of each other. Well, yeah. As best as we can do with supply, they are supplied. So they are ready. In terms of... Oh, good. So we're going to have some British Armored and US Armored Command, then some more British Armored, and then Canadian Armored. So our armored units will be coming in behind to help the infantry if we hit any rough snags. Alright, let's scout this area. Interesting. Alright, where's their supply coming in? Because I'm thinking... We just use the Americans and take the supply depot, cutting off some times. Alright, the 82nd Airborne is just surprise. Oh, yeah, so they're completely out of supply, but we should be able to punch them out, punch up to them, get to them. So that's the American objective, is just solidify the center of the island, just make the Italian 6th Army really sad, and then just boom on down with their armor to take these settlements as quickly as possible. Alright. So far, so good. And no one even a bomb. Wish could just be like, I bet there's someone here, and we'll bomb it. Oh well. Alright, so yeah, we're doing really well. Well, probably. Oh, okay, we can already establish depots. Let's definitely get some opening ones started. Oh my god, the supplies are just gonna be horrible. Oh, okay, well, we'll let the AI take their turn. Or will we? Yes. So we'll let the AI take their turn, then that's gonna be the end of the episode, the part 2. 3, I mean, part 3. There will be a part 4 and 5. And then as older parts get more views, then that will push out even more. So that's good. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, we've accomplished a lot. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you in part 4.